Welcome back, everyone. And a bit different this week. Bit of an old flame. What?
You're trying to rekindle an old love?
Yes. No, he hates it. He absolutely hates it.
I'm divorced from this car.
He hates it. Sat here now, gathering dust, and it's time, innit? It is time. We need to pull it out, clean it up, de-sticker it, and I'm going to drop it off at my friend's car sales, and hopefully somebody comes and buys it. That way then, we can use the money to put into other stuff. Right, Stoke? But it's not. Stoke's just going to go and spend it on holidays because his missus on his back and a house, another kid, holiday.
You know,
new
Dave,
car.
Dave knows.
She wants his trainers off his feet.
No, she sold all them on Vinted or whatever it is. She sold all my gear, mate. Anyway.
Jokes aside, we're going to pull it out. We don't use it. I think we used it once last year.
Well, you MOT'd it and it just sat. It's been.
Why did we MOT it?
Because someone was coming to buy it.
Dreamer.
Yeah.
Dreamer.
Whoa. So as you can see, it's missing this front splitter, lip aero.
I took it Donington and I was having a little race with Driftworks in his M3 E30, and we were obviously going that quick, and the air was coming under his car, and it just folded it, and it went under the wheels. But I think it was just a bad repair because it failed here. Our mate Dan kidnapped it and has had it for about 12 months.
Held it to ransom.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, because he took
just selling those parts of it, weren't he? So
yeah,
don't give me the money.
He took it to his mate, and then we weren't allowed to look at it before we paid for it. Sent us some pictures, and it looked wicked. Just a casual Lotus Colton shelf.
This is our storage bay on a Lotus Colton.
As you can see, it's not very well hidden. Not saying it's a bad repair.
You don't actually see.
No, you don't
that.
see that. And then,
to be fair, because that was all ground down.
No, he's done a really good job on these NPCs, right? Because they had all obviously they hit the floor.
Yeah.
And they've kind of cut there, so he's done a really good job on that.
We did look. You cannot buy these.
No, you can't. I tried to.
You can't buy
because they do they almost do like an F1 style one, and I was going to buy that.
Because this is actually this is genuine Ariel Atom.
Yes.
It's an extra, like everything on this car. But I think Skunkworks did do a.
I don't think they're even a thing anymore.
They don't, yeah. And I think he stopped making any sort of aftermarket parts.
You can't even buy the end plate separately. You had to buy the whole wing in the past. So if you couldn't repair them, we would have been a bit screwed. But
a lot of people have damaged the wings though, and had people like this do it.
Yeah, good carbon repair place to be able to fix it anyway. Make sure you get the angle of the wing right, please, mate. For maximum downforce.
I think it might blow off again.
Get back. You'll break them. Have you seen what they're made out of?
Package. We've got to show you the back of the package because the other side's got Richard's name and Mum's address on. Stokes is doing the level test.
Good to go, mate. Like my new trousers. This is our other bonnet, because this car comes with two bonnets, because you can run, and we've got two dashes.
Yeah.
So you can run it without the windscreen and get flies and squirrels in your eyes if you're really into that. You need some tools, mate, to take. What are they made out of? Egg cups?
Yeah, basically an egg carton, aren't they?
The
old one of them on Santa Pod Raceway somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, it is. If you watch D-Max 250, you actually see it come off. It come off when Stokes was driving, but...
Oh, it's because I did the fastest world record of a quarter mile, that's why.
Need to make sure the thing still starts, don't we, Dave?
Yeah.
Change the battery once on it.
Like 500 quid or something like that.
No, it's not that much, but it is expensive. 200-300 quid, was it? It's like a little motorbike battery.
I don't know if I've put weight on or if these seats have shrunk.
We did.
I forgot how to even. Oh yeah. It's alright, just getting my bearings. It's been a while. Never doubted that.
Like a kitten.
welcome to the Aladdin's Cave.
What we got here then? Oh, so nice trip.
Just don't even know what you trip over around here. Yeah, just the graveyard, isn't it? Oh.
What we're here to get. Oh, remember this?
Oh, nice.
It's basically an atom in it underneath.
No, it's basically an atom, just not scaffolded, and you get everything instead of having to optional extra everything.
Yeah, the handbrake comes with it.
Yeah, the handbrake comes with it, the windscreen comes with it, the wing mirrors come with it. Yeah, wheels come with it. Just like to point out, other than the atom, this is another project that we did finish.
Yeah.
We did finish this one and then destroyed it because Stokes realised he overpaid for it and he was never going to get the £40 million that he spent on it.
What about this here?
Let's not speak about this because this was another one of Stokes' ideas, and
It's not a bad idea. Look, it's got loads of quids on it.
look.
They're real pounds with the
Right.
Queen's face on them.
Do you remember, bottles of beer, you get a quid on the car?
We didn't pinch the
Why
quids.
don't you go and do that right now?
A little bit of air in one of the
I
tyres.
forgot we did that. It looks lovely, don't it? Full JDM spec.
Considering it's a Cat S, because it was only the flitch that was damaged on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty mint, and there's like
No rust. We replaced the cross member that rusts underneath there. Mate, from what we've seen, it's in good nick. It's all right. It's all right. I'll connect it properly for you. We serviced it as well, didn't we? Ready for track. He's selling it to me. It's been parked up for a while, over a year, or about a year, and we're going to check the oil, haven't we, before we take it anywhere. Because knowing our luck, it'll need oil, it'll blow up. Looks wicked on camera.
looking good. This engine looks better than the other one.
Look, if you look down there, look, Honda motor.
Oh yeah.
Same engine, man. Same donkey, you know. And we refreshed this rocket club, and I think it looks mint.
It does, yeah.
That mint. Can't get the dipstick out. Oh, that's fresh, that is.
Fresh that is, mate. Looks like they're both good to go.
Well, this one ain't been used since it's been serviced, has it? No. It's fresh, man. Fresh oil, fresh filter.
Fresh.
Ready to go.
Yeah, look. We even checked the valve clearances.
Yeah, we did. So, we're going to take them for a little drive, ain't we, Jack?
Yeah, see.
Give them a little run out. It's been a while since either of them have seen tarmac, so yeah. Clear them out, shall we say, ready for their new home.
You're going to take her over the 5,000 mile mark, don't you? Oh, you got 71 miles. You'll be sound, won't you?
It's only down the road and back, ain't it?
Come on, they're on down, you Dave.
Yeah, so I've got this a little bit mixed up. It's busy yesterday, and then it's busy tomorrow, and I thought it was like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. But it's not. But as you can see, there is a couple of cars here going round, but I just think it's one of them. They've rented they've hired it themselves and come and popped a few laps in.
Oh, you Stoke? You're into quick laps.
Civic on a bus. The Civic drive's lovely, mate. And we've got a little DS3 racing as well next to it.
I had one of them, we have.
Yeah, convertible. Anyway, should we head to a new location?
No.
So as you've just seen, we've just been out for a lovely blast in it.
Yeah.
And like we've said at the start, this is up for sale.
Yeah. Just going to go through a few little
little details on it.
a few little spec lists, and just if anyone's interested,
Just have to message us. But it's Championship White Edition, so there's a limited number build for these cars. There's only literally, I think, 600 made.
it's got a little number, a little plaque, hasn't it?
Little plaque on it. So it's a special one. It's always with limited number cars, they're worth more money.
They're worth more money in the end, aren't they?
Yeah.
Some of them are worth more money off the off, but
Yeah, but like I said, the thing is with this car, it only comes in Championship White. They only made them in this colour. They did do a Mugen edition, which they're a little bit rarer. They only did 200.
yeah, they come in white as well, don't they?
Yeah, Championship White, which is Honda's racing livery colours.
I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, so it's got an LSD from standard, but the newer model after I think 2011 comes with an LSD standard. So it is special car, but it's only really the colour.
It's what it is basically you can get
A normal,
a Civic Type R normal without a diff, without the number stamped on it, and a few other little bits for a lot less.
well, it's got a number, but there's a lot of them, and then probably a rusty back end and rusty sills and.
But they've probably bottomed out now, ain't they?
Yeah.
And what'll end up happening is people get break them, people crash them, all sorts happen.
Like the EP3 did, they all went to rock bottom. And
you could pick them up for about 1,500 quid, £2,000, couldn't you?
You can't get an EP3 for that now.
Mate, they're like eights again now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fetching decent money. But anyway, back onto this. So we are selling it. We've had, if you've watched the build, literally it's category S because the front driver's side corner got hit. The only thing we've replaced is the bumper because the bumper had a big chunk out of it missing.
Yeah.
Lower panel, it was a bit rusty, so we replaced that from Honda. Got it from
because
France,
that's a common fault, ain't it, the rusty? But we've already done that, haven't we?
Sorted that out. Headlight, because that was broke. That's the original wing and bonnet, grille and everything. With these cars, slam panels and bits and bobs like that don't unbolt off.
You have to unstitch them, don't you?
Unstitch them, where a lot of cars, all the bits all unbolts off, where this doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just all spot wound together, like Dave said. We've had the wheels done.
We've had the wheel, as you can see, if you watched it, we had a little bit of a problem there, didn't we, mate?
Yeah. So another thing with the Championship White edition, the wheels are Championship White.
Yeah.
These are powder coated.
Honda white.
Honda white, so it's the nearest they can get to Championship White. You have to have them sprayed with a spray gun to get them proper Championship White, but we think it does it justice anyway.
It definitely does it justice.
And then we've tidied up the brakes. It's got.
Sorry about these. They might not be everybody's cup of tea. They're not our cup of tea, but they're easily changed, aren't they?
Yeah.
We've just spent enough money to probably try and draw around money back that we don't want to have to spend money to change these, do we?
If we got a standard set, we'd put them on straight away, but we haven't got a standard set. It's got wheel spacers on, and I think that is the only modifications on this car.
Yeah. I did want to put a Mugen spoiler on, didn't I, to set it off, but we just didn't. The money's just not in it.
It's just, we've spent, it owes us a lot of money, this car.
The problem is, Stokesy originally brought this car because we had a dashboard and we had a dashboard and bumper or something.
No, that was it, dashboard.
The dashboard, so you brought a whole car for it. Turned out the dashboard was wrong, weren't it?
No, the dashboard was right. The airbag for the steering wheel was wrong, so I had to get a different one. So, back on to, like Dave just said, the dashboard. I think that's mainly why they rid it off, because the airbags went off and the pre-tensioner in the seat. Yeah. So we had to swap all that. When stuff like that goes on these sort of age of cars, they literally say 09 reg, Honda Civic.
Yeah, done. Because, listen, we've seen, obviously, we're into the salvage game lightly, and we see cars that are up for breaking, and me and Stokes put them in our group chat and go, how? Because literally, we've come to the conclusion that it's like a government scam, where they want them off the road. They want them off the road, so everybody goes electric.
And they can more or less get more for salvage. Yeah. Sometimes they get more for the cars. Like, they'll pay out X amount, but they'll sell it for salvage and make money. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of the conspiracy theory. This car, I mean, that's another thing. Championship White Edition, you get that. You get that. It's like a
little chrome pack.
Chrome, isn't it? It's quite nice. Pretty much standard Type R refinements, but it's all original. I haven't got no different stereo units, everything works on it. When these first come out, I didn't like them because they were too futuristic.
Yes, I didn't like them either.
But they're cool now.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you get one of them cars, it's got all these little gadgets and little dials on.
Gonna turn the ignition on and show us a few of the little gadgets.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not real gadgets. It's just, you get clocks, you got all these clocks, your rev counters all there, and you got your speedo there, then it says Type R, that light.
It's almost
even tells you it's got VTEC, it tells you everything.
It almost up there has got, is it heads-up display? That's
that's basically
the first of the heads-up display, that was,
I just weren't quite in the windscreen, but like, all this is a common problem on these Civics. Like, all the screens go horrible and go.
Yeah, but it's all good on this one, mate.
Absolutely mint.
And do you know what? Considering it's 09, the chairs, the interior.
Well, you got red carpets because it's a Type R.
Mate, it's lovely and plush, that carpet. Like, literally, I know we're trying to sell it, but it's a tidy example.
It's tidy.
We've got a mate, and he brought one, a while back now, and he paid like $8,000. 7.5, 8 grand. And it's rough, ain't it?
Yeah.
Sorry to mug you off, mate, if you're watching, because he does watch. We won't say no names. But it's a bit rough. And anyway, that's the magic there, mate.
That's
it's 187.
Is that the murdered?
187, baby.
That's the murder. Jack told me this in America. If you get murked, that's what they...
it's 187. And mate, this was built to murk, weren't it?
Go over the mileage.
Yes.
94,000 miles. Sounds high, isn't really.
Not for an 09.
No. So this is average sort of mileage. If you had like 60, 70k, that would be a low mileage example for one of these. I mean, I've seen them with 150k on and upwards. These engines, long as
you look after them, they're bulletproof, aren't they?
Absolutely bulletproof. Like I said, all the inside, it needs another good bit of a clean again, but it is tidy.
Yeah, but obviously, again, it'll have 12 months MOT. It's got 2 keys, full service. It's good nick, ain't it, mate? Yeah, it's in good nick.
We want £6,000 for this, and it basically owes us that.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, we will be doing it for. If we take any less, we're at a loss.
That's not like including our labour. That's literally
that's just
buying it and parts.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've listed it for £6,000. We're going to put it on eBay. The other option we have got, but you guys would have to get in the comments. We would happily raffle this car off for £6,000.
And we've worked it out. That'd be £15 a ticket, 400 numbers.
400 numbers. So how we would work it, we wouldn't take any money off anyone. So you'd have to be, if you're interested, you'd have to allocate the number. Once all the number slots are filled with whoever wants, you can put. There's not like a limit on how many
numbers you're allowed. You can buy them all if you want.
You want, It costs you £6,000 basically.
As soon as they're full, we then put our bank details out.
Yeah.
You pay it up. As soon as every number's been paid for, we raffle it.
Yeah, but it only works if everyone pays for it. Yeah, that is the other option with this. And if that works, that will free up some money, because this is just sitting in the unit.
It is sitting in the unit.
That'll free up money, and we can then put it into the other builds. And if it worked, you've seen the other cars we've got, we'd happily do that with the other cars. Do you know what I mean?
Just not for 15 quid. Well, it would be just a lot more numbers.
I'd raffle the Atom, but that's a lot of money to get in, and it's just a lot of tickets. And I think this is...
It's a bit more of a niche market. You're probably better off checking in the Part X on that. But we're going to get to that now anyway.
Yeah. So that is this lovely 2009 Honda Civic Championship Edition FN2 Civic Type R.
Where are we now?
We're on the Atom. So,
same sort of scenario, isn't it, mate? This is for sale.
It is for sale, and going with the Honda Civic Type R we've just been harping on about, it has the same engine, but this is obviously more tuned, got supercharger.
It's basically someone watched Toy Story and was like, I'm going to build that car.
You know the little RC car, Toy Story? That is basically this. You could be living the dream. So we're going to put this up for sale as well. It's been sitting in the unit. Dave went on a track day and the front wing fell off, which you've seen. We've had it all repaired and all sorted. You cannot get these aero kits anymore from Ariel. You can't do it.
You can't get them from anywhere.
No, so the only thing you can do is have them repaired if you break them.
Well, we've had it repaired twice now. The first time just weren't the best, was it?
No, but we've paid like a fair bit of money for that.
Yeah, we paid more for that one repair than we paid for all the carbon repair on the last one.
Yeah, so this is category S. So it's a Cat S because the frame has been dinked in these literally, there's two little. You can't see him, can you? It's so hard.
You can't even see him on the camera.
Yeah, and it's dinked there. So what happened was, because we bought this direct off the guy who owned it. He was driving down the road, and a van.
Him and a van kind of got a bit confused, and the van ended up clipping this side.
The van tried to do a U-turn or something.
No, he come left them and just went straight without indication, clipped him, and
he clipped this wheel, spun him round,
and he went backwards up a curb, which smashed this wheel up.
Yeah, so this wheel shot up, and basically that damage you can see.
Yeah.
It was from like the mud guard broke off. That hit there. And it was the wheel hitting that and the mudguard. So which literally we had to buy a front left corner from Atom. Every part what got for
every part was from Atom. We did buy the aftermarket parts from somewhere else, which were cheaper, just to show that there was no difference. Yeah, but we chose to go with the Atom parts
so
because
that was all in the
if somebody who's a purist and they want everything Atom, that's the reason we're doing it. And we've got all the receipts to prove it. With all the paperwork.
Yeah, so it's basically a new mudguard,
which is carbon,
which I'm going to go over in a sec, and the up and lower arms and the push rods and all the bits. We even had the suspension that was bent, and that was rebuilt by Bilstein.
Yeah.
Bilstein.
Yeah, Bilstein.
That was sent to them, and they actually rebuilt it for us. Yeah. Which we've got a receipt for. The other thing is, like Dave was saying about the wheels, we have got the magnesium wheels, which were damaged.
Yeah.
And they're a lot of money, and personally, I don't like the look of them.
I didn't like. Neither of us liked them, did we? So we agreed to go with
the Skunk Works, who are the only other dealer that deal in Atom parts, like aftermarket Atom parts. He had a thing going with Rotor, and they've got these wheels are designed for Atom.
For Atom, they've got the right offset, width, everything covered there.
I think they run a bigger wheel on the back and a smaller wheel on the front. Yeah, so you're getting the gist of it.
Wider and skinnier as well. Yeah. Tell everybody about the optional extras on this.
Yeah, so an Ariel Atom, I thought before we even got this, didn't even know much about them. You bought an Ariel Atom and that's what you got. Everyone was the same. No.
You couldn't have been wronger, could you, mate?
I couldn't have been wronger, mate. So,
know what they start off as?
What?
A silver frame.
Yeah.
They start off as you go and buy a silver frame. Then they say to you, would you like the optional extra of having it black? You go, oh, that would be nice. Yes. Would you like the optional extra of having a windscreen? Oh.
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, yeah, go on then. Would you like an optional extra of having a handbrake? What? That's an option? Yes.
Brakes. Do you want brakes at work? Yeah, I'll have brakes at work. We'll have a brake upgrade.
Mudguards, front spoiler.
No, I think they all come with mudguards. But they're not carbon.
Yeah, carbon.
So,
wing.
Yeah.
Carbon induction kit, carbon seats, carbon front bonnet to match the screen. Because we have two of them, don't we, mate?
Yes. So when you go for the windscreen option, which is like about £3,500, you get two dashes.
No.
And two bonnets.
You only get one because you get one from the off that's got a little window that comes with that one, but it don't come carbon.
So you get two.
It doesn't come carbon. You have to then spec it to carbon.
Well, yes, you would because if you bought a red bonnet, your other one would be a red one. So this is like we was on about it. This is the highest spec you can get.
Or almost the highest spec.
Apart from sequential gearbox and the O-line suspension, which people say the O-line suspension is only good
for track,
not that good on the road. It's set up for pure
But a lot of people do use these on the road, don't they? You know, it's they're nice weekend summer car.
Yeah, and personally, I think the windscreen is like an option you've got to have.
You've got to have,
because I'm not being funny.
When we was out in it earlier, I was getting dust in my eyes front, and we had a windscreen on. Imagine
what I'm
the
saying,
other one.
You have to drive. I was going to say ride this car. Drive it with a helmet on else. If you've got that no windscreen, you can drive it without a helmet on, can't you? With the windscreen, easily. It keeps the wind and the flies out your face. But like we keep harping on about, from a distance, you won't tell kind of it's got all carbon. Literally everything's carbon on this. Yeah. So they don't normally come with these side panels. They're normally like naked. This is from, a lot of people make these aftermarket. That is from Ariel.
Everything on this car is from Ariel.
The seats are mega money. absolute mega. I mean, we haven't got the cushions in because I washed them off. But these carbon seats, I think they're like a £5,000 optional extra, something like that.
Something nuts, isn't it?
Carbon around the clocks, the brake biased, if you want to mess about with that.
Yeah.
That's an optional extra. And TomTom sat nav, we haven't got it.
I think they did have the original owner must have had one, but it's got lost.
I'm going to say it now. The scrap anyway.
Yeah,
so
lost in transit.
If you was back in 2013 when this was new, you might have used a TomTom sat nav. But no. The other thing it's got as well, like mentioning the year, this is 2013, so I think it's the first of the 3.5, which has the same chassis as the V8. It's got a private reg, so it's Ariel Atom 03 by. So it comes with all that. Even these lights, see all these like a track light, it's all optional extra. I'm sitting in the cockpit.
You look comfortable there, mate.
It's a very laid back, it's like a Formula 1 car. I think that's what they're going for.
Race.
So, keys, we've got 2 sets of keys. It's got an immobiliser and it's got a tracker. So, you know what I mean, it's all good stuff in it. Just in case it went walkies. But, there's a sequence, you have to do this. It ain't the best getaway car, is it?
Not.
So you have to, it's got 4,957 miles on it. That is brand new,
It's not even 5,000 miles. It is due a service by Atom.
Yes.
Because it gets to about 5,000 or something like that, and it's meant to have a service by them. If you're a purist, you're going to have it done by Atom, and it's going to cost you, what was it, Stowe? It's about £1,000, isn't it?
I can't remember, mate.
It's something like that, though, isn't it?
I don't know what they're doing.
But what engine is it, Stowe?
It's just a Honda Civic.
So you do your maths. If you want a purist, if you want a pure Atom, and like when you buy a BMW to keep in the warranty and everything, take it down, which is down south, isn't it, somewhere?
Yeah, it's quite a way.
Or you service it like you would your Honda Type R.
Yeah, there is other companies out there what will service it and stamp your book up and that. And that's another thing. We've got all the book pack, because obviously we got it off the previous owner. We've got all that where sometimes with salvage vehicles you don't get all that. But yeah, that is our Atom. It's literally, we want £40,000.
Yeah, we're going to put it up for £40,000, which you think, bloody hell, that's a lot of money. But there's Atom 3s that have got no carbon, no supercharge. The supercharge on this is £10,000 optional extra.
Yeah,
right.
Everything's an optional
Everything's an optional extra, right? Yeah. If we was to break this, if we was to make this car, a bare Atom, and sell it for 30 grand, we'd probably make more money by selling all the carbon stuff and the supercharge.
Just to put it in perspective,
the Atom now, this Atom when it was new in 2013 was £50,000.
Yeah.
What are the new Atoms on this sort of spec?
£100,000, around like 80 to 100.
Do the math. And there's a waiting list as well.
Yeah.
There's a big waiting list.
Yeah.
So a lot of people
2.5 years.
People do end up buying an older one to get the feel of it before the new one comes, which we're happy with. Come and do it. We are happy to take Part X's, aren't we, Stowe?
We're just about to say, we'll take, because it's a big figure at the end of the day.
We will also take Part X's on damaged and salvaged vehicles, but they've got to be something tasty.
If your mum, you want your Part X, your mum in, we'll take her.
Yeah.
As long as she's worth something.
Yeah.
But yeah, less for your mum.
Part X's. Anything else, we'll take a trade. So please don't message us. Start messaging us with your 2013 Focus ST that's catted, 14 owners, probably been stamped up as an eco boost in its life. Right, been nailed round some council estate, being like, I want 25 grand for it because it's got a pop and bang remap.
Yeah,
because we've had a few of these, haven't we, before?
It's got to be worth it for us.
We've got to be worth it for. Otherwise, just come with the money.
Yeah.
Come with cash.
Cash is king at the end
of the
day.
Mate, you start put a bid in. If it's the right amount of cash, we'll take it. But we're at 40 grand. Part X is welcome.
Yeah, but obviously, it's got to be negotiated.
Right, anyway, Stowe, less of this nattering.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up here.
Yeah.
And let's get on with some other stuff.
I'll send you the bank details now, guys. You can send it over.
So, we haven't really done much today, we ain't going to lie. We fixed the Atom, pulled the Civic out, been in the pub, had a laugh at our mates. Tom may have wet himself in the atom.
Got a slight wet
A little
patch.
bit.
Couldn't get out.
Stokes caught curry sauce. Jack left him at the pub. Yeah, we've had a laugh, haven't we? And that's what it's about. I think we needed a little bit of an easy week.
Got to be even more of a laugh though. If someone buys these off us, please.
Yeah.
For sale.
No,
for
they
sale.
won't be a laugh.
Actually, we're taking the Civic to Germany, so don't worry about that.
No, it's both are for sale. 40 grand takes it, 6 grand takes it. Anybody interested in these cars, message us. We'll even give you a free hat.
We're tricking a free hat. What are you saying, Dave?
Like, comment, follow and subscribe.
Hit the bell, buy the cars.
Yeah, buy cars and that. Well, just so we can carry on having a laugh and that and doing stuff. What that does, isn't it?
That's when you know you're running power and you can't rev your full maximum on spot.
See you next week.
Yeah.
See you next week.